All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your latest live stream. We're going to be rolling. We're going to be rolling till the end of the season, inshallah. May God be with us. May, by God willing, to be honest, as long as we can stay fit and healthy, we want to be here on a regular basis every day, bringing in the latest and seeing and tracking exactly how Chelsea Football Club, continues the progress. And I'm very keen. I'm very keen till the remainder of the season. Now that the transfer window is over, hopefully things can settle down. Hopefully the dust can settle. Hopefully our players can just relax a little bit. You don't need to worry about no transfers, no nothing right now. Concentrate on the club. Concentrate on the performances. Concentrate on giving the best of your ability for the fan base because we need it. We need it. Very good comeback victory against West Ham. Look, not the best performance. Of course it wasn't. Of course it wasn't the best performance. Valan, big up to you, Ms. Help us thank Faz for keeping Garnacho. Yeah, we're going to link up with Faz very, very soon. He was on holidays in Turkey, so we'll get to Faz very, very soon. And we shall thank him personally. Of course, we shall. Now, look, good comeback victory. Well-needed 3 points, 100%. Well deserved as well at the end, to be honest. We played a better second half. We showed a lot more grit. I won't say we showed a lot more talent or superior football play, no, but we showed a lot more grit. We wanted it more than West Ham in the second half. We were battling in the duels. We were, recovering and running back when we needed to and defend in numbers. So the desire was there to win and we got the job done. Now it's time to build on this. No more Mickey Mousing around, please. I need Enzo Maresca to now lock down a team. Please. I don't need to see too many rotations anymore. Some of our players need to man up. I really want them to man up. Some key players, they need to keep playing. You don't see top teams like your Liverpools, your Arsenals, key players play. We've got an important game coming up next up against Brighton in the FA Cup. I don't want to see rotation. I really don't want to see any rotation business, if I'm being absolutely honest. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, I don't want to see any rotation business. I don't want to see Robert Sanchez come back, continue with Jurgensen. I definitely need Levi Colwill dropped. If Levi Colwill is not dropped, you're just asking for trouble. Enzo Maresca, make the right decisions. Bring back Chalobah. And I'm not even saying Chalobah's levels. Chalobah's also can be a bit shaky, but he's better than the rest at the moment. He's better than the rest. So I need Enzo Maresca to lock things down, find out who you want to stick with in the wings and play them. Play a fixed team on a regular basis, build a momentum because we do not have time to F around anymore. We don't have the time to F around anymore. We need to, you know how we do great business? Yeah, we need to now take care of business on field. We need to take care of business on field. GNT, big up to you. Slept good for once after game day, Miz. Yeah, look, but we as a fan base shouldn't just feel satisfied after just one win. Yes, we are happy. Yes, thank you for the 3 points, but it's not going to mean anything if we don't go on a bit of a run now, if we don't change all of these things around. It's not going to mean anything if we get knocked out by Brighton in the FA Cup. It's not going to mean anything. So we need to lock it down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some news to go through. Obviously, we've got some last-minute transfer news to get through. We brought in a new player. Just to let everyone know, if you're not aware, we brought in a new midfielder, young midfielder. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Desarcy to Aston Villa. But we're going to start things off with Joao Felix. There is a problem here that is brewing, and that is going to become a big concern for us come the summertime. We need to find a solution permanently for Joao Felix, so we're going to talk about that. Big up to each and every one of you guys that has tuned in after 5 minutes nearly. We've got almost 150 people live. Smash up the like button. Number one, absolutely smash up the like button and Continue commenting on all the different topics we're going to talk about. We're going to create a nice discussion. Your comments in the live chat helps out a lot, creates a nice discussion in the live stream. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you're here for the first time, make sure you subscribe. Big up to Henry, big up to Alex, big up to Al Hassan, Abrar. All of these usuals are here. All of these regulars are here. Good to see Ash, Prem Talk. We've got Aman, we've got Ammo, we've got everyone. This is fantastic to see. We got lots of people here. Saeed is in the building as well. Good to see. All right. First up, ladies and gentlemen, this account on X goes by the name Patty. Let me bring him up. Goes by the name Patty, as you can see over here. He's actually got quite a lot of good internal information. He's actually got a few things right. I've recently seen. He's just tweeted something out. He posted something 3 hours ago saying, also, Joao Felix wants to leave Chelsea permanently. He likes Chelsea, but not the coach. Now, some of you guys might be saying, Miz, nah, man, he's not a journalist. Look, these days, believe me, you don't want to fully trust the journalist. I sometimes think people in the know have a little bit more knowledge. And as I said, Patty seems to have a little bit more knowledge. There are things that he definitely got right. He's getting more things right as opposed to getting things wrong. On top of that, what he just stated, ladies and gentlemen, if we read it again, also, Joao Felix wants to leave Chelsea permanently. He likes Chelsea. He likes Chelsea, but not the coach. Now, this line here is not too far-fetched. It's believable. It's not like, oh my God, you can't believe that. You can believe that. You can. If you see the evidence, Joao Felix was in the Milan derby. Joao Felix was watching Inter Milan and AC Milan ball out. He was taking no participation in Chelsea business, Chelsea training, none of that. He was watching Milan derby just a couple of days ago. So, and we've seen it all throughout the season so far. Enzo Maresca is reluctant to use Joao Felix. Joao Felix, the last time he featured for us from the bench, he was reluctant to come on. So that statement from Paddy is not too far-fetched. It's not like, oh my God, I can't believe this. No, he's not a journalist. I'm not going to believe him. It is believable. It is believable. Because you can tell something's wrong going on, or else this player wouldn't be going on a loan 6 months into just arriving at Chelsea Football Club for the second time. For the second time. So, yeah, look. This will become a problem for us in the summer. I know for the time being, we don't need to worry about it too much, but all of these things have, they have impact. We may not think that it's an issue now, but it's going to become an issue later on, and it may sort of create a bit of a bad sense. So, look, I hope our sporting directors, I hope our owners, they're quite clear-cut. Now, some of you guys may think, no, that's not fair. Why? He's a good player. Let's keep him. Why should Maresca be trusted? Look, right now, if I'm being absolutely honest, I rather trust Maresca. I know some of you guys once again will say in the live chat, oh, this guy, agenda driven. He likes Maresca. No, I don't have any affiliation with the manager, but I feel like the manager, we need to see what he's up to. This manager is not completely bad. Yes, he's a young manager, as in inexperienced at this level. He's developing as well, but there's something about him. There's things that he does well, like he does the homework well on the opposition, and even in this game against West Ham, now he's starting to make some subs early. You know what I mean? Like previously, that was one of his criticism. I still have criticism for him in this game. He shouldn't have dropped Chalobah, in my opinion. So he's still got that wrong. But look. Second half, we played much better. We showed a lot more grit, and he made the right substitutions which made a difference. And all throughout the season, look, yes, of course, we've gone through the bad patch. We're still not out of the bad patch, mind you, but we should not forget what Maresca did earlier on as well. So let's see this out a little bit longer. As I've always said and I've always maintained, manager is the least amount of worry for us. It's the people above him making all the decisions for the football club, and the squad that they're assembling is not adequate. So, and Felix is one of those members, part of the squad that was not adequate to compete. So Felix, ladies and gentlemen, has gone to AC Milan on loan. I believe the fee is about 5 million euros or 6 million euros, something like that. And AC Milan will be covering all the wages, but it's just a loan. There's no buy option. There's no obligation to buy, nothing like that. He's going to return back as soon as the season's over. He will be available for Club World Cup because the season would be over by then. We need to find a solution. We need to find a solution. We don't want this to become a problem. This season, we have to do our level best. We're back into top 4. We gotta keep the momentum going, see if we can pick up more victories. Because teams like Manchester City, they're probably going to lose more points. They're going to lose more points. Even Newcastle as well, it looks like. But Newcastle, I do probably feel that they might go on a bit of a run. They've got a good team, which is going through a little bit of patchy period at the moment. Couple of losses in between a win. But I feel like Newcastle will click again and they'll go for another run. I hope they better beat Arsenal in midweek this week in the Carabao Cup. I hope they don't screw that up. Arsenal had a big victory. Newcastle had a loss. I hope Newcastle don't allow Arsenal to come back into that. So look, you never know what can happen with Aston Villa as well. Aston Villa got Essential, Marcus Rashford. They've strengthened a little bit. How these players are going to play, we shall see. So we've got some favorable fixtures once again coming up. We need to win. The next 2 or 3 are quite favorable for us until it becomes really, really tough. So let's see what happens. But yeah, Joao Felix, ladies and gentlemen, seems like he wants a permanent move, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I don't want any trouble. I don't want any nonsense. I don't want any problems in the summer window that's going to come up. We need to handle that situation swiftly and getting away from the football club. Nothing against the player. I think the player's got potential. I think the player can, should be a lot more than what he delivers, and he seems to have problems everywhere he goes. But I don't know why that's the case. Does he train hard enough? This, that, the other. For some reason, none of these managers ever fancy him. Let's see what he does at AC Milan. But look, he deserves to go and find a club that truly wants him. We, on the other hand, it looks like Maresca doesn't fancy him, and at the same time, he doesn't fancy Maresca as well. So we need to move on. Ashraf saying we must get above Forest. Miss, look, yeah, we must, but that would mean we need to keep winning a lot, and Forest needs to keep dropping points. Forest are looking very good, man. They've got a top striker up front. We don't have. I don't know what the status of Jackson's going to be, but we don't have a striker of that quality. That guy's a striker. Jackson's a very good player, but he's not a striker, straight up striker. Do you know what I mean? So that could be a downfall. And our backup striker is Margu, which is also doesn't fare well with me. As much as I don't mind Margu, yes, he can develop. Yes, he can get some minutes off the bench, no problems. But this is very, very negligent, just having Gu as the backup for Nicholas Jackson. Brighton back-to-back. Yep, big fixtures coming up with them. Miz, you saw Fab tweet about Amugu. Do you believe him? I'm going to go into that very, very soon. So, all right, let's now check out the next bit of news. I wanted to touch base on that Felix stuff first. As I said, there's a lot of different news to go through. We've got a new player in the final hours, and he goes by the name Matisse Amugu. That's what he goes by the name. Okay, this is the latest, ladies and gentlemen. Understand Chelsea plan for Matisse Amugu is to stay for the next 3 months, develop with top players, and then go to Strasbourg from next season to be regular starter. Meanwhile, Andre Santos will be part of Chelsea's squad from July, returning from sister club. I mean, great. Wow, I love it. I mean, if that's how it's going to be, I love it. I absolutely love it. But is that how it's actually going to be? Is that how it's actually going to be? Or is this more briefing? I can't believe it until I see it. For now, all I'm going to say is I slightly don't believe you. Sure, it's coming from Fabrizio Romano, but this is briefings. I still have a feeling Andre Santos is going to be sold because, okay, Andre Santos comes back. No problems. We are still interested in another midfielder, by the way, on top of that kid that we bought, Matisse Amugu. Sure, no problems. Matisse Amugu goes to Strasbourg. He goes on loan over there. Santos comes back. But we are apparently still interested in Nico O'Reilly. What happens with Oguchuku? So these are the midfielders we got lined up, right? Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, Romeo Lavia, who's always injured on a regular basis. So, okay, you can disregard him. Maybe he plays bit part. Then you've got Andre Santos. You got Oguchuku. KDH, he needs to go. I don't know why he didn't go in this transfer window, but he definitely needs to go in the summer. He's too surplus to requirements. So Andre Santos, off the back of having a stellar season, he's having a fantastic season at Strasbourg, and a lot of clubs are looking at him. I'm telling you right now, he's not coming to Chelsea Football Club to hold bench on a regular. Before you know it, he's going to start asking, I need minutes elsewhere. So we have to be careful. We have to be very, very careful. So, okay, I like the fact that he'll come back and Amugu will go there. And as I said, Romeo Lavia is a bit of a question mark. He's sometimes there, he's sometimes not there. No problems. But then that would mean probably someone like Ugochukwu is going to be up for sale. Yeah, Ugochukwu most likely up for sale. Or you never know. Is there a high-profile exit coming up in the summer? Is there maybe someone like Enzo Fernandez maybe up for a sale? It all depends on where we finish as well. If we finish in Champions League position, I think most of these guys will stay because they'd love to represent Chelsea in the Champions League. They've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for this. So we shall see what happens there. But if we don't make it into Champions League positions once again, then it could be uncertainty again. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's the latest player for us. Matisse Amugu, that's the one that we bought. Youngster, don't really expect him to feature too much unless it's desperate for us. If Romeo Lavia is not back on time. But don't expect too much. Willian, ladies and gentlemen, is back to Fulham. This guy, man, what a legend. Chelsea legend, man. I love him. Took too much flack, by the way, Willian, in his latter part of his Chelsea career. Whole heap of Cristiano Ronaldo stuff that was circulating from Fabrizio Romano. You just know Fabrizio Romano probably getting the nice bag from Cristiano. Aston Villa confirms Axel Disasi deal done for 5 million loan fee from Chelsea plus salary covered. So good. Joao Felix's salary is covered as well. Disasi's salary is covered as well, which is great. But the problem is, once again, just a straight loan. This player will be back to Chelsea Football Club. The fact that he's gone to Aston Villa, it's advantage Chelsea. I mean, Aston Villa, I don't know what you were thinking. But let's see if this guy can produce some crazy performances. But we've seen him, we've known him, and he's not a good defender. So hopefully he continues that at Aston Villa. But he leveled up. He's leveled up. He's gone to Champions League. He's going to get Champions League football at Aston Villa. Let's see what he does. But another problem that's going to be for us coming when the summer window opens up because there's no buy option on this player either. It's just straight up another dry loan. Another banished squad in the summer, Miz. Yeah, that's the name, banished squad. We're going to have quite a lot of players that are going to be part of the banished squad. Miz, I'm so frustrated. What are you most disappointed about? Pathetic winter transfer window or last night pathetic game for us? It was the worst win ever. Look, of course, it wasn't the greatest win, but it's 3 points nonetheless. It's 3 points nonetheless, and hopefully we can use this to create a bit of a momentum. I said it before, when we were going through the bad patch, and then before the window opened, I said, look, this is not good timing for us. We're not winning, and we've got the window coming up. We know a lot of players that want to leave. January could be very difficult for us, but now the window's done, window's closed. All the players, majority of the players that needed to go left. In fact, all of the players that needed to go left. I would have preferred Nkunku gone as well, and I would have liked a striker coming in, but that didn't happen, so no problems. Nkunku stays because Nkunku didn't want to stick around either. Let's be honest. Nkunku is also unhappy with all the minutes or the lack of minutes that he's getting. But now the window's closed. Hopefully things can settle down. Hopefully all of these players can settle down, and we can move on. So yeah, look, not the greatest performance in terms of pathetic winter transfer. Of course it was. I mean, look, yes, we big up the owners and directors for at least getting rid of the players that needed to get rid of. But these are the same players. Most of them came last summer. So they literally used this window to rectify their mistakes from last summer. That in itself is pathetic. That in itself is not good enough. So I think we need to highlight that a lot. And look, on top of that, a lot of the business that we've done in January transfer window were straight up loans. We're not really moved them on. They're just dry loans. Viga was a dry loan. Felix is a dry loan. Desasi is a dry loan. I think Chukwuemeka is the only one that has a buy option of 40 million plus. That's because we want 40 million for Kani Chukwuemeka. We've always wanted that. And I don't think Dortmund's going to trigger that. So, look, it'll be interesting to watch all of these players in their loaned teams, which is going to be nice to watch. Haj, big up to you, my man. Aston Villa midfield and attack is crazy good quality and depth-wise. Rashford and Asensio add good experience and will be revived in a new environment. I agree. There could be something there. And look, as much as I sort of feel that maybe Rashford is finito, you just never know. You just never know. New environment, Champions League, as you said, they have the experience, these two players. You just never know, man. You just never know. Abra, big up to you. Unpopular opinion. I rate Maresca highly despite working with clowns. Clown as these, Chelsea are fourth with only 4 points behind Forest. Exactly. This is why I say I think we need to stay patient with Maresca a little bit. We need to stay patient. The fact that with the squad that we have, he's got us here is quite incredible. I'm telling you, there's flaws in our squad, left, right, and center. And he's finding solutions. So I hope he continues to find solution. And I hope we can somehow manage a top 4 finish. Then we hope that our owners and our board of directors, our sporting directors, can finally get a bit of a brain and build a squad that is far more competitive. Meto World TV, hi Miz. I was watching comps last night of this new midfielder, and I'm very impressed. His profile is exactly what we need to help top 4. Directors have found another gem, I believe. Come on, Chelsea. Well, sure, no problems. But I literally just showed you Fabrizio Romano tweeting that he's not really going to feature. He's really just going to be learning from our players that we have, the first team players, and he's going to be shipped off for a loan move to Strasbourg next season, and Santos is going to come back. So I'm not discrediting you that you've watched some comps of this midfielder and you're really excited about it, but don't expect him to help us get top 4. I think this is where you're being naive. You're banking on a kid to help us get top 4. It tells me you're not thinking. Marcus, big up to you. The club needs a new left winger in the summer. Mudryk banned for 4 years and Sancho Mudryk banned for 4 years. Is that true? Or are you just throwing numbers out there? Look, he's going to be banned. I don't know about 4 years. And his Chelsea career is over. Active left winger worries me. Yeah, look, we definitely need an attacker. I'm pretty sure we'll be tackling attackers in the summer window, including a striker. And whole heap of outgoings again. I'm sure we're going to buy more kids in the summer window. That's what we do. We're not going to stop. And we're going to try and farm them out like we always do. So let's see what happens. In Life No Limits, big up to you, my man. Just hopped on. They trust you. You're well, brother. Nah, alhamdulillah, I'm good. Hopefully you're doing well as well. All right, let's have a look at some other latest news that's been popping off late yesterday. Let's have a look. Let's go to PYS. So obviously we got the Here We Go. If you guys are not aware, Matisse Amogo to Chelsea is Here We Go. We've got a young star, and some of you guys in the live chat are saying that, he's worthwhile. He's worthwhile. Deadline day stories. Chelsea considered Garnacho, but decided to keep the current squad and make investments into the attack in the summer window. I think that's very wise. Thank you so much that we didn't go after Garnacho in the last minutes. Much appreciated. Let him stay at Manchester United and let them deal with him over there. Let's not worry about this too much. I don't need more problems with Garnacho. Graham Potter, when he sat down into Chelsea's press room tonight, I don't miss being here. Yeah, look, mate, no one really misses you around here either. Matisse wrote, a bit needless to say, I'm very hurt by this from one of the greatest managers who's so ingrained in our rich history. Graham Potter, look at this guy. I don't miss being here. Yeah, best if he didn't say anything. I think it would have been better. Graham Potter, no one really even remembers you anymore. You're just going to be a footnote in Chelsea Football Club. Literally, you're going to be a footnote. You should have never been a Chelsea manager, and that's one of the mistakes of our owners in the early stages. A deal sheet has been submitted for Desassi, so we know that Desassi has moved on. Levi Colwill, yes, I wanted to talk a little bit about this. Levi Colwill on Instagram, terrible mistakes from me tonight, but I'll bounce back stronger, and that's why you need top players to bail you out. Top players to bail you out. I don't know what he's trying to say here. Is he saying that Chelsea go out there and just keep buying top players? Don't be buying any more kids. I don't know whether that's a message. But look, I know some of you guys might appreciate the fact that he's put out a statement on Instagram, saying that he's sorry, this, that, the other. Look, you know what? I'm too old for that kind of stuff. For me, don't talk. To all of our players, I know this is a new era. I know these are kids. And in this modern era, all they want to do is be on social media. No problems. Always want to put out statements. Always want to do all of this PR business. It would be better, Levi Colwill, to keep your mouth shut. Don't be writing all of this. No need. We all know you made a mistake. Sorry is not going to do nothing. What's sorry meant to do? You made a mistake against Man City. You've made mistakes previously as well. Don't tell me about examples all throughout the seasons. You've made mistakes. You made a mistake against West Ham. Luckily, as you said, we got bailed out. No need to say sorry. Sorry is not going to change nothing for me. Okay? Sorry is not going to change nothing. And in fact, you putting all of this stuff on Instagram, leave it. Keep your mouth shut. Work hard. Work your backside off. You're touted to be one of the better, academy products. After Reece James, apparently you're the next big thing. Now, right now, you're not showing me the next big thing. You're showing me the next big fraud. 100%. 100% you're showing me the next big fraud. So, Levi Colwill, I'll be very disappointed if he starts against Brighton in the FA Cup. Very, very disappointed. Enzo Maresca needs to stamp his authority. Go with Chalobah, go with Tosin, and have them play a number of games together. Build something. Let Levi Colwill work hard and see if he can come back into the team. He needs to feel that he can't get complacent. This is not a given. Chelsea Football Club position cannot just be given to you on a plate, my man. No. You need to feel that your position is under threat. You need to feel that. Right now, you're not feeling that. Right now, you think it doesn't matter. No matter how many mistakes you do, your position is safe. You're so complacent. You take this for granted. You need to get the same treatment as Sanchez. I don't want to see Robert Sanchez anymore. And it's not even the fact that Jurgensen has blown my mind. No. Jurgensen still seems a little bit shaky to me, but he was a bit better than Sanchez, a bit better. So I'd rather stick with Jurgensen, let him have a bit of a run, rather stick with Chalobah and Tosin, let them have a bit of a run, and we'll see what happens from there. I don't want to disrupt that back line anymore. No need to disrupt. I don't want to see any more rotation. Some of the biggest teams, honestly, when it comes to big matches, especially Premier League matches or high-profile cup matches, whether it's FA Cup, whether it's Carabao Cup, definitely Champions League matches, do you ever see Virgil van Dijk being dropped or rotated? Virgil van Dijk might not play in the first round of FA Cup. No problems. In the initial stages of FA Cup, in the initial stages of Carabao Cup, he might not play. But later on, he definitely does feature. And in the Champions League, he's barely missing any of those matches. Premier League, I don't even know when the last time Virgil van Dijk actually missed a game. So we need to do that. We need to do that, and I don't want to see that. And Levi Colwill, for me, is as I said, enough shenanigans on social media. Show me performances on field, because I could care less about what you write on social media. Moses Caicedo, wow, this has probably been the biggest hit. This from our owners and our sporting directors, this has been the biggest hit. Even though we spent a lot of money on him, it's been the biggest hit. And it just shows, quality player, you're going to pay a lot of money for him, but he's delivering. He has been sensational. Man of the Match award, no doubts. He was immense against West Ham. He was absolutely immense. 59 out of 60 passes completed, 7 duels won, 5 tackles, 3 accurate long balls, 1 chance to score. It was phenomenal. And this isn't the first time he's been phenomenal. He's been phenomenal all throughout this season. Probably will be in one of the contenders for Chelsea Player of the Year, undoubtedly. Haj, imagine we had athletic CBs and striker with box presence. We dominate games but get caught due to slow CBs, and Noni Neto put in good crosses, but Kuku only one who attacks the ball. Osimhen was there. Exactly. Well said, Haj. Well said. We get CBs that can be dominant and cover a lot of ground and have a lot of pace and power and physicality. Yeah, you're going to then find it very difficult to break us. And then if you have a striker that can be a ruthless striker inside the box, dominate in the air, eat up all of the chances that we create with crosses, eat up chances that fall inside the box, then we become monsters. We created chances against West Ham as well. Noni Madueke had a chance. Enzo Fernandez had a chance. Cucurella had a chance. Jackson had a chance. So, we need that. We need that. Semet Kaya Miz, why the agenda? Colwill has been our best CB since the start of the season. He even plays for England now. Mistakes happen. He's still a kid. I wouldn't drop him at all. No, that's your opinion. I would drop him. I'll be very disappointed if I see him again. He needs to be dropped right now. Too many mistakes. And I'm sorry, he's not been the best CB for me. No one's been the best CB. No one has been the best CB at Chelsea Football Club. No one. For you to even say that he's been the best one, you're probably just saying the best out of the worst. And I don't even believe that. I don't even believe that. So, no. I think he does need to be dropped. And yeah, sure, he's a kid. But, all right, well, now take the bench, kid. Now understand what it means to come back into the... Just because you're a kid, you don't get a free pass. And so far, you have been getting a free pass. There comes a point where enough is enough. We've given you plenty of opportunities. It's not like Levi Colwill just played 2 matches, made a mistake, and we're being harsh. Levi Colwill played the entire season, and he's been dropping stinkers. And yes, he's a kid. Sure. Learn, kid. Learn. This is an adult's world. This is a grown-up's world. Learn. Feel the pain. This is how you're going to grow, experience. We're not going to be babysitting you. Oh, you made a mistake, no problems. Continue on. We're going to keep starting you. No, feel the pain for being dropped. That's only going to build character. That's only going to build character. We cannot tolerate mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. We cannot. I'm so glad Sanchez is dropped. Sanchez now needs to see bench. What will be the worst thing is Sanchez comes back and Jurgensen goes in the bench. That's actually going to be detrimental for Jurgensen, because Jurgensen will be like, what I got to do? What I got to do here? This man's dropping stinkers and he just comes back into the team. I had a decent enough game and I still can't see first team football. So look, it needs to happen. It needs to happen. Let's see what's going on. All right, let's see what else is happening. Maresca, Nico, and Mark just told me they are fine, so hopefully no injuries. Well, Mark Yu, he needed people to help him off. So hopefully he is back. And Jackson as well. Jackson, I've got to be worried about his hamstring. I hope he's fine. Maresca, in this moment, Robert needs rest. Philippe was fantastic. In this moment, Robert needs rest. Robert needs to see bench, not just rest. This is not about resting. Needs to see bench. Oh, look at this from Graham Potter. Our potty. Team spirit was fantastic. Players gave everything. My days. West Ham, get used to it. Get used to it. Players gave everything. So, yeah. Let's take some of your comments now, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen, Ms. Colwill was not making these mistakes at Brighton or Huddersfield. I blame Maresca and his style of play for all these individual errors across the pitch. We need a better coach. Stephen, you could blame sometimes some of the mistakes on the structure. Can you really blame the way he passed backwards and he was so unaware of where Bowen was? You can't be blaming the manager for that. Look at the way we conceded yesterday. Can you blame Erling Haaland bullying him and just literally manhandling him? Can you blame that? Can you actually blame that on Maresca? Or is that the player's duty to shape up and stand up to Erling Haaland? So, look, maybe some of them you can blame, all right, fair enough, but a lot of his goals that we've conceded through him, if you have a look, is his errors, his lack of awareness, his inability to defend. Levi Colwill, ladies and gentlemen, as a defender, his best trait is not even defending. Levi Colwill, as a defender, his best trait is not even defending. His best trait is ball playing. So, no. Maresca's style of playing is similar to RDZ, Roberto De Zerbi. What are you talking about, Stephen? Yeah. Don't worry about it, Stephen, man. Because I've been at academies and different football environments. The coaches in England don't really push football tactics first. It's always get in the gym and be strong and fast and not be good at footy. Look, you need pace and power. I'm not going to lie. In the Premier League, you need a lot of pace and power, but a lot of technicality is required. President Jafar, big up to you, my man. Colwill been overrated for a while now, and he deserves criticism for demanding first-team play. If you demand first-team minutes, you need to deliver. I agree. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. That was the latest that was happening in the last 24 hours, well, at least in and around our match. I'll come back later on tonight, inshallah, God willing, bringing you the latest and everything else that's been dropping in Chelsea news from now till tonight. Lots of matches to focus on, lots of players to focus on, ladies and gentlemen, in the loan watch. So we'll try and focus on that. And of course, as we now slowly start progressing towards the final chapter of the season, it's only going to get exciting. What's going to happen? What our other teams are going to do? We're going to have one eye on other teams as well. We're going to have one eye on Chelsea. Yeah, and many different storylines that's going to happen. It's going to be very exciting. I'm going to try my level best to keep you guys all entertained, well informed, and we're going to have a fantastic discussion and live streams whenever we catch up. And of course, participate in the comments, participate in the not only in the comment section in the live stream, but when we drop the videos as well. Let me know your thoughts. Smash up the like button, guys, before you go. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care. See ya. Bye.